Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Fabian. This is the Empire Build Academy, and this video is the beginner's guide to Clash of Civilization on Evony. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Like I say, my name's Fabian, and if you're new to the channel, I do mobile war strategy games, and the idea is to provide awesome tips and guides where we can all get involved as well to improve your gameplay across these games. Now today's focus is all about Clash of Civilization on Evony, and this is going to be a beginner's guide which I've done my research for, as I've never played this before myself, so I do feel that I've now got the information to provide to you. And of course, if you've got any feedback or any more advice on this video, then please do provide that in the comments so that we're all ready and understand what we need to do for this event. So let's go straight over to the Evony PC scene first. And the first thing that I want to do is just jump into the event, which is open at the moment, but of course you can't go to the map or anything like that. So it's this one here, Clash of Civilizations. And this is our matchup. So we've been matched up with 7 different servers that you can see here, and you can see all the different server numbers that are there. Now, to be actually in this, you would have needed to have finished in the top 25 in the last 24 hours or so on the Clash of Civilization Assault event that was going on, where you had to get a certain amount of points, killing Dawn Temples and fighting monsters, etc. And if you did place in the top 25, then you will be part of that server to go ahead on Clash of Civilizations. Now, to show you what I mean by that, these are the 25 that have qualified from our server, 1429. And it's a little bit interesting, actually, because I was looking at the matchups, and you can see here, this is our one. So we've got a couple in the, the 8s. Our biggest one is Drakeston at 14.5. We've got our second biggest, which is Young, 13 billion. But if we go and have a look at some of the other servers, which you can do on this. Now, this doesn't tell you who's qualified, but it does give you an overview of the kind of servers you're facing. So if we click on that magnifying glass, and then we go to the Monarch Power Ranking, you can see the kind of people that we will be facing. I mean, straight away, this looks like a mismatch in who we're facing. We've got a 60, we've got a 44, a 41, 24, 24. Now, if you remember, our biggest was 14.5. That would only place you on 10th place in this server. Let's go and have a look at another server and see the example there. This is 1070. And again, we've got the same kind of thing going on. I don't know if it's in order of the best servers, but let's have a look at 1578. And their power, you can see, is significantly lower. So in that respect, you're probably going to find, depending on how old your server is, that you may struggle in this event based on the power matchups that Evony have provided. But let's just jump into the info first. I'm going to go to the I over here. And these are the rules. Players who place top 25 in the Clash of Civilizations Assault event are eligible to enter the battlefield. A server will be automatically matched with the 7 opponents, as I showed you in the example. Servers will be ranked based on the scores. If a server is not matched with any opponents, the participants of the server will get the rewards as the 3rd place. When Battlefield opens, qualified players can enter the battlefield and land in a safe zone. When the battlefield begins, all players will have a brief preparation period during which they cannot attack or teleport. When the battlefield begins, all players will receive a truce agreement for 15 minutes, and some war behaviours will cause the truce agreement to disappear. The battlefield lasts for 2 hours, during which some functions will be unavailable. Teleport chance. Each monarch in the battlefield initially has 5 teleport chances. After staying in the same location for a period of time, the teleport chances can be automatically restored. We will have medical tents. A large number of medical tents will be regularly refreshed in the battlefield, which can help monarchs to recover their troops. During the battlefield, all killed troops in the main city will go to the hospital and considered wounded. This does not include traps or subordinate city troops. Resources will not be able to be plundered. Healing does not cost any resources, and costs less time than the usual. That's an interesting point there, is obviously being able to heal in this will be more of a common theme in there, especially with the medical tents as well. Players cannot enter the battlefield again once leaving, and the scores will be reset to 0 with no rewards received. So don't leave that battlefield in the 2 hours that it's taking place. Server ranking and personal ranking are determined based on Clash of Civilization scores. After the battlefield, players can get rewards based on the server ranking, personal ranking. So here are the points that you can see as well for all the different things. I'm not going to read each one of these out, but I will talk about the different things that you've got there. So we've got the score rules. You've got the buildings, which are the Empire City, Blessing Tower, Turret, Rally Hall, and Battlefield Hospital. They won't be able to be attacked for the first 15 minutes after the battlefield is opened. During this time, players from their own server can occupy or reinforce these buildings. We've got an Empire City in the centre of the safe zone that can be occupied and conquered by players from other servers once that protection time has finished. Your occupying troops in the enemy Empire City can earn battlefield scores based on its power. 40 to 120 million troops can earn between 3 and 20 scores per second. An Empire City will be conquered when it is being occupied by the same server for more than 30 minutes in total. Conquering another server's Empire City will give you a 15% bonus to your total scores at the end of the battlefield. Blessing Tower amount is 10. Occupy it to increase the whole server's attack by 20% and defense by 20%. Occupy it continuous for 1 minute to earn 16 battlefield scores. Got the Empire turrets as well. Each server has an Empire turret in the safe zone. Occupy it to attack the enemy troops in the Empire City in 120 seconds and will continue to attack them once every 60 seconds. Occupy it for a continuous 1 minute to earn 500 battle scores. You've also got the Rally Hall as well, which you can occupy to increase the whole server's rally capacity by 15%. Again, if you're in there for 1 minute, you will earn 500 battlefield scores. You've got the Battlefield Hospital, which can improve the server's healing speed by 60%, again with the 500 points. Temple of Civilization, located in the centre of the battlefield, occupy it to earn battlefield scores based on power of occupying troops, which will be between 10 and 40 scores per second, based on what you've got in there. The Order of Dawn buildings will be refreshed at fixed locations at regular intervals, and they need to be defeated multiple times to be completely defeated. Players who completely defeat them will earn scores and buffs. When completely defeated, the Order of Dawn buildings will be on fire for a while and destroyed. Players can send troops to occupy them before they are destroyed to earn scores. Now, if we was in the Dawn Temple, completely defeat it to heal 30% of the wounded troops of the whole server and increase the whole server's attack by 150%, defense by 150, HP by 150 for 10 minutes. Attacking the Dawn Temple will prevent you from teleporting your city for 5 minutes. Players who completely defeat it will earn 3,000 scores. Dawn Sanctuary, completely defeat it to heal 20% of the wounded troops of the whole server and increase the whole server's attack by 100%, as well as the defense and HP for 5 minutes. Players who completely defeat it will earn 1,500 scores. You also have the Solar Eclipse Stronghold and the Lunar Eclipse Stronghold, of which there are 4 each, and if you completely defeat that, you can increase the march size by 150 or the rally capacity by 50% for 10 minutes and earn scores of 1,000. Now, you also have the different scores for killing troops, and you can see all of those down there. I won't read those out, but you can see, as an example, if you kill 1 million level 14 troops, you will earn 600 battlefield scores. And in the final tab there, it's the group, which is just mentioning what time you will be potentially starting this event, as well as the matching and how that happens for this event. So the first thing that you need to do really is just look at who you are facing and the kind of chances that you potentially have. But the first thing that strikes me is that this is going to be quite a mismatch, and there is going to be a lot of people trying to take you down. Now, I just want to jump over quickly to what the map looks like. I struggled to find anything on the internet. What I did manage to do was grab these screenshots, which hopefully gives you an idea as to what this looks like. So you can see that in each corner, you're going to have 2 of the servers side by side ready to do that battle. And you can see that there are some in red there, some in blue, the blue being occupied by your alliance. And there you can also see the centre of the map as well, which will be that Empire City. And you've got other buildings going around as well. So that just gives you an idea of the kind of things that you will see. Going back over to the game, and if you click on this icon here, the shield in the top corner, we've got some more information which breaks this down. I won't read all of it out, but it is worth reading through. The Clash of Civilization, this is the basic information, is a battlefield that matches 8 servers at the same time, with the battlefield lasting for 2 hours. Qualified players can enter the battlefield and land in their respective safe zone, and the battlefield officially begins after a 5-minute preparation time. Each server has 5 strategic buildings, and there are several neutral strategic buildings on the map as well. Players can occupy these neutral or other servers' strategic buildings to earn battlefield scores. Players can completely defeat the Order of Dawn buildings on the battlefield to earn buffs. After the battlefield, the rewards will be sent via mail based on players' servers, ranking, and personal ranking. So that was the basic information. The truce agreement. When the battlefield begins, all players and servers' strategic buildings receive a truce agreement for 15 minutes. During the truce agreement time, players can attack Order of Dawn buildings and other players without a truce agreement to remove their own one in advance. So if you want to break that bubble, you can do that by attacking someone else who doesn't have their shield on as well. The Order of Dawn buildings will be refreshed at fixed locations at regular intervals, and they need to be defeated multiple times to be completely defeated. And you've probably had an example of this in the Clash of Civilizations assault that you would have done to qualify. Players who completely defeat them will earn scores and buffs. When completely defeated, the Order of Dawn buildings will be on fire for a while and then be destroyed. Players can send troops to occupy them before they are destroyed to earn scores. Then you've got new battlefield buffs, and this is very important as well. Players who completely defeat Order of Dawn buildings will receive buffs for a period of time. Killing monsters in the battlefield also has a chance to gain buffs with a limited number of times. So that is something else to be aware of. You will get these various buffs depending on what monsters you attack, which will significantly increase your buffs as well. New buildings. The Dawn Temple is on the left side of the battlefield. Completely defeating it will heal 30% of the wounded troops of the whole server and increase the whole server's attack by 150% alongside the defense and HP for 10 minutes. Attacking the Dawn Temple will prevent you from teleporting your city for 5 minutes. So you need to be aware of that if you are going to attack this, then you are going to be stuck in your position for 5 minutes. Players who completely defeat it will earn 300 scores. Going on to the Dawn Sanctuary, this is on the right side of the battlefield. Completely defeating it will heal 20% of the wounded troops of the whole server, not just your keep, and increase the whole server's attack, defense, and HP by 100% for 5 minutes. And players who completely defeat it will earn 1500 scores. So the first thing to be aware of here is there's many different ways that you can earn points on this particular event. Going to the Solar Eclipse Stronghold, there are 4 Solar Eclipse Strongholds on the battlefield. Players who completely defeat it will increase the march size by 150% for 10 minutes and earn 1000 scores. And that's on the Solar Eclipse, which again increases the march size by 150%. The Lunar Eclipse Stronghold, there are 4 of these also on the map, and if you completely defeat it, you will increase your rally capacity for 50% for 10 minutes and also earn 1000 scores. And the last new building is the Empire City. Each server has its own Empire City that can be occupied by players from other servers. The occupier can earn Clash of Civilization scores. An Empire City will be conquered when it has been occupied by the same server for more than 30 minutes in total. So you can kind of get a feeling there that the opposition are going to literally try and take over your Empire City. And if they manage to do that without being booted out by your own server, or potentially another server, then after 30 minutes, that will be completely destroyed. Each Empire City can only be conquered once, but after conquest, you can still occupy it and gain scores. So again, we're going to see a lot of focus and a lot of attention on your empire building city. And if you are a lower score like we are, you can see that we're going to have some big trouble from those bigger servers with the bigger players. Battlefield buff, which is the last one on here. Solo site. Increases the attacking troops' attack by 300%. Defense and HP also gets buffed by that as well. Only one army can be sent while the buff is in effect. The buff can be stacked up to 9 layers and will consume 1 layer after each attack on any of the Order of Dawn buildings or players. So making you aware of that on the solar site, that can be stacked. These buffs can be stacked up to 9 layers and will consume 1 layer after each attack on any of your buildings or players. So you can get a significant buff if you are killing these monsters up to 9 times. Same with the lunar site. If we go onto the lunar site, this increases your defending troops attack and defense and HP by 300%. Only one army can be sent while the buff is in effect. And again, that buff can also be stacked, which is something that I'm probably going to be looking at myself in order to be able to defend. From a teleport perspective, I played this once very briefly. I hadn't got a clue what was going on. This was, very new into the server, and this would have been well over a year ago, genuinely, that I actually played this event. So I believe, from what I remember before, you could use your own teleports. Now, if I've actually got that wrong, then please do mention in the comments. But I'm sure you could use the teleports that were provided by Evony themselves, which again, I believe refresh after so many times and you get 5 of them. But I do believe you could use your own teleports. And if I genuinely have got that wrong, I apologise. Please do say in the comments as well. So that is a complete overview of this Clash of Civilization. Let's go to the map. So I just want to kind of give a feeling of the kind of things that you can be expecting. So you can imagine this would be your map here. These potentially are your monsters, and those are the ones that you want to kill. And the more of those you kill, the more buffs you get. They will layer up and give you significant buff increase. Remember, they layer and stack 9 times. So if you are someone that's going to be on the attack side of things, you would want to be hitting these attack versions. Remember, you can only send 1 mark at a time when the effect is in place. So that is something to be aware of. And obviously, the fact that people will be able to come attack you with those similar buffs as well, I can imagine people will be getting zeroed quite quickly. But if you are able to jump around the map with your own teleports, you can also imagine that there's the potential there for a lot of solo hits because people won't have time to set the rallies to send at you. So that's the kind of theory that I'm going with, is that I will be literally jumping around the map. I'll be keeping a very sharp eye on what's being sent. I don't mind taking the solos. Obviously, I don't want to be taking solos from 60 billions. It might be one of those where I've stacked up enough buff to be able to take those solo attacks from certain players. And like I say, what I will be doing is I'll have my map here, like this, and as soon as I see an attack coming to me, I've got to make a decision quickly whether I want to jump over to here with my teleport or take that attack on. Again, you wouldn't want to be taking rallies in this event. Solos, maybe you can do okay. And obviously, if you are a bigger size, then of course this game favours you massively. But that's how I will be playing it. I will be looking for those monsters on the map and trying to hit them as quick as I can, stacking up my defence. From a building perspective, and let's have a look at the buildings that are here, just as an example, you can imagine that these buildings that are scattered around the map, you can be earning those points for obviously occupying those buildings. But again, from my perspective, only being 2.4 billion, not being able to withstand those solo attacks from the big players and the rally attacks from others, I possibly would imagine that it wouldn't be wise for someone of my size to be occupying those buildings because it would be too difficult to call those back and be able to move in time before the attackers hit. So that's where I'm going with. That's the theory I've got on this. That's the beginner's guide to this. Hopefully, I've shared enough information to give you an understanding of what you can expect in the Clash of Civilization battlefield that is happening this weekend. So I'm going to leave it there. If you do have some more information to provide, please do that in the comments. Do also let me know who you've been matched up against, again, from our perspective. And let me just jump out of this again and just show you where you can find that, which is in the Clash of Civilization. These are the servers that you would have been matched up with. You can click on that, go to Monarch Power Ranking, and see the kind of people that you will be facing. Now, obviously, the top 25 doesn't mean that's who's going to be in this event, because it's all down to who qualified from the Clash of Civilization Assault, but it will give you an idea and an understanding of the kind of people you're going to be facing. Don't forget, you can also check the information icon to see the rules for the different buildings, the points, the group, and how that is matched up. And then you can also additionally jump onto the shield icon on the left-hand side, which again will break things down, including the battlefield overview, the new buildings that you can expect to see on there, and the kind of battlefield buff that you will get. So thank you very much for watching this video. Let's share as much information as we can, and let's have a really, really good Clash of Civilization battlefield at the weekend. Look forward to seeing you in another video and finding out how well you all done. Speak to you soon.